Hi, my name, my name, my new name, my present name. My name is Love-Based Leadership in Action today. You see, we haven't known how to love each other very well. We've thought it was about success, and we've let other people give us our definition of success, teach us what success is, what the values of a successful life, a successful marriage, a successful life is. But it's not love-based very often. Ever. Have you known love? Have you really known love? Known love intimately. Intimately with the heart, the mind. Not just the five sense mind. Not just the cognitive algorithm processing unit between your ears. But there's more than that there. The temple not made with hands? Oh my. Temple, must we be religious? Or can we come out of religious land? Can we come out of the nomenclature? The analogies, the allegory, the stories, the definitions that so many of us have based our lives on. Can we come out? Can we be love-based rather than success-based, rather than based on numbers of followers, numbers of members, numbers of students, numbers. What are you willing to lead you into this day? Are you willing to lead yourself into love land, the land of love? I know so little. I share with you love because I believe in you. You can learn more than I have learned. You can do more than I have done. Don't limit yourself to the role models of the past or the present. Role model? Who's defining success? Who's defining your values? The Bible? A preacher? A tormentor? An annoyer? An accuser? Critiquer? Comparer? Condemner? God? Or are you willing to come out of your God story, your God-fashioned world. Your God-fashioned world. What a term. Are you willing to have new words to live by? Are you willing to love your words? Or are you willing to look inside you to a much deeper place, a much broader place? A place that has no beginning and has no end? Inside you? Could it be? How can these things be? Mary said. How can these things be? I know not a man. How can I have a child if I know not a man? Thinking with the five sense mind. But the angel of light said, that which you cannot see that exists in the intangible, infinite real, the quantum world, the interdimensional world, my love, will come upon you. Are you willing to birth something new? A new you. Are you willing to take your clothes off of the recluse? Are you willing to take your dress off of not enough? Your suit of unworthiness, your suit, your dress, your manner, your demeanor of always trying to please people. Always striving. Always striving. Striving for acceptance, approval. Because we feel inadequate. We feel unworthy, unaccepted. We feel separate. But see, this is what religion has done. It has separated us from each other. It has separated us from love. It's given God a name, given God a face, given God a set of words, and said, worship this. And okay. And when we do so, when we worship anything, we are creating it within our own energy. We are using our power to create the consciousness of this thing. And if somebody tells you there's a God with 10 horns, or a devil, or this, that, or the other, a lion in the streets, you can appropriate, you can utilize, you can draw from your own energy, your ability to create because you're the creator. And you can create the manifestation of it, whether it's tangible or not, it becomes real to you because it's in your mind. It's in the mind of your world, the world of your mind. And you say, oh, there's a God, there's a devil, there's a war. I'm in turmoil, I'm in conflict. I want peace. Create it. But not without love. You see, love has a different modus operandi. Love-based leadership, love-based love. Not leadership-based love. So many want leadership, and they base their love on what they can lead, who they can lead, where they can lead to, and what lines their pockets. Know the difference. You see, we're coming out. We're coming out of money land. You want money? Or do you really want what you can do with it? But what if you could do all of that? Everything you could do with money? You wouldn't need money for. You could do it. With the word of your breath? It's worth asking the question, isn't it? We have been so foolish to let other people teach us. When the world is inside of us. The world of you. A world of consciousness. A world of creation is inside of you that you are creating. Every day, you're creating your consciousness. And your consciousness creates you. Write that down. Put it up on the wall. Put it on the mirror. Put it on the fridge. Every day, choosing your choices according to your values. Your values, your motive according to your values. Your consciousness. Creating what? Your world of reality that is not the world of reality exactly the same for those on your left or your right. The kingdom of God, the kingdom of heaven, the kingdom is inside you, whether you're religious about it or not. Your ability to create is within you, whether you love or hate. But now love is coming forth because there's a lover. There's a lover in the land. A lover, a set of lovers. Many lovers. Lovers who will love each other. Lovers who will empower each other to love each other more. In bigger, better ways. We haven't had love. We haven't been taught love. Love has not been the motive. Eons of generations of people have generated life to live at the very lowest level possible, learning as little as possible, being naive, being gullible, letting the loudest voice rule them, or the one they thought had power or the ones they thought were anointed. Oh, they were a prophet, pastor, preacher, teacher, evangelist, king. We're always looking for someone else. When you realize the truth, the one you were really desperate for is you. To find, to realize, to experience, not just to know about, but to become who you really are. Who you really are. Not seeking a savior, not seeking a soon coming king, not seeking a heaven, bliss, peace. When you know who you are, when you begin to realize your link to love, unconditional love, not the one that compares, critiques, and condemns, but love. Will you love each other? Or will you just play the capitalist and say, oh, that's secular, and the sacred is separate? No, my friend. There is no difference between the sacred and the secular. Not really. Because every transaction contains, is enshrouded, propelled by a motive. Every transaction. A motive. What is your motive for wanting to make a sale? Money, usually. What is your motive for trying to persuade someone of something? Control? Seeking to increase your position, your power, your ability to manipulate, manipulate. It's not womanipulate. I love you, and I'm talking about leadership of the love-based genre, kind, with a different goal, a different set of values, a set of values where you come forth, where you value you enough to stand up, to let you define your world, to let you come into love-based leadership, for you to understand it, not just seeking to learn the rules so that you can abide by them, master them for a test, an exam, to get a degree that says you have mastered leadership. I have a doctorate degree in strategic leadership from an accredited university. Did they teach me love? Love-based leadership? how to love people, what love looks like in the marketplace, that there's no difference between the sacred and secular? Or did they take me to a book, immerse me in a Bible, or draw the Bible into every course and every conversation because that's their frame of reference? They're the very pillars of their world, the Bible. Well, what about before the Bible? What about before time began? What about before the earth existed? How many lives have you lived, oh friend? What are you willing to know? Are you willing to follow the white rabbit? Take the blue pill or the red pill? You choose every day in a myriad of ways. Love-based leadership cares for who they lead. And they begin to lead whether anyone is following or not. Hear me well. Whether anyone subscribes to your words, whether anyone becomes a member of your school or whatever you're doing. You see who I'm talking to? I'm talking to you in my mirror. My mirror? If I hold up a mirror, what looking glass am I looking through, Alice? Love bows before the people they lead. Leaders of love give their life for the people they lead. No in between. No shoulda, coulda, woulda. If you're not willing to love, don't come here. When you decide you love people, you love those annoying neighbors, you love the colored, the Negroes, the black, the white, the blue, the green, the Kurds, the Turks, the Sikhs. When you're willing to let love flow, you don't have to beg love to teach you. Love will be most delighted to enter into you or let you enter into it, or let you become it as it becomes you. You see the process. One. Two, becoming one. Not one flesh. One love, one being, one love, one consciousness. One consciousness. The mind of love complete is the mind of energy. Potential in action, no longer a recluse. When you're ready to love, there is accompanied action. There is associated Motivation, value. Values, motive. Risk. There's always risk. If you want certainty, and you want predictability above all things, you want certainty, and you're not willing to risk, you can sit the rest of your life out in that pew every Sunday morning. You can keep religiousizing a God story and worshiping it, creating it as you worship it, prostrating yourself to worship that which you are creating in you, your mind of. But there's more for you if you're willing. You're not limited to capitalism. You're not limited to who gets elected or not. Not really. Because you know more than all your teachers. If you're willing to learn the way of love. And that, my friend, is inside of you. Every answer you seek is inside of you. Because you are the vast. You're not limited to this thing that you look at in your mirror. Your consciousness what if everything you are conscious of is conscious of you? Are you willing to have an intelligence that goes beyond the boundaries of this world? Well, you no more need to romanticize it with a godlike story, a religious story, a religion, a denomination, the terminology of Christians, those who want to use you, abuse you, or just chain you to their pew to listen to their words while they make an ass of themselves, whether they think they do or not. Walk about so often talking about the power of God, the healing of God, the majesty of God. Give your life to God. Wait. Sit there and wait on Jesus to come. Oh, and by the way, get in line and take this wafer because it's all about him. A patriarchy, him, a story, him. Well, see, there's so much that may be drawn from all these stories. But my friends, most of the elements of most of these stories existed before your religion did. Way before. Generations before you had any religion, any denomination, any godlike figure that you quoted or not. Those stories abounded. This isn't our first life. It's not our first rodeo. I love you. My name is Theodore Cottingham, School of Leadership. Going where no man has gone. Caring for people like they've never been cared for. Leadership that turns your world upside down. Will you be the one to turn your world upside down? Are you willing to live in love, not law? Will you no longer be married by law? Law that keeps you together? Rules. Vows? What kind of chains do we create for each other? Hoping to have some kind of joy, create some kind of happiness for ourselves. But will you love unconditionally? Or do we even know what unconditional love is? The love I speak about, love-based leadership, love keeps no record of wrongs. There's no jealousy in love. There's no hatred. There's no anger, hubris, arrogance. All of that is part of the master mind, the mind of the master, control, the control of the mind, to keep you here so that it can use you to facilitate it. It doesn't give a damn about your future, your happiness. It simply wants to keep you in turmoil, conflict for your energy. Because every time a lie is told to keep you in constant turmoil, conflict, and lack of peace, it is using your energy to perpetuate its momentum to control you to exist in the state that you are giving it of your power. Write that down too. You see, there's a learning process to learn how to learn, not limited to the leadership principles of the past, no longer limiting yourself to the leadership principles of the Bible or some accreditation committee that approves some university to teach you how to live. My friend, it's time to grow up. And now I start a school. I have a school. I've begun a school. Multiple times I've begun a school, and it looks like this at the moment. I don't know what it'll look like tomorrow. I may have a campus in your city, on your land, your castle, your airwaves. I may have a school in your voice, your airwaves, the world of your words. Will you love each other? Will you see there's a freedom, not in pursuing the passion of your youth, but in maturity, there is a love that begins to form of love itself, not dependent on the approval of a God, a story, no matter what you call it, no matter what religion. I love you, and I let love live. I facilitate living love. I live love, I speak love. I torment love no more, but I torment that which imposters it. For there will be people that will want to control you. When you start talking about love, you tell them you love them. You begin to change your motive. Your behavior changes because you're not always trying to make them conform to your image of them. You change your consciousness because you choose to. The choice is yours. You're the creator. You're the creator of your world, the intangible infinite, that we are beginning to walk in ways of seamlessness that we've never been taught about before. Completely aware of our heritage, our lineage, our bloodline, our power, the miracles we can do. And we don't always do them just because we can. In fact, we seldom do. Because we know we are connected to who love is. You see, all love, the kind of love, the love I speak about and that I've taught about for months now, all love, all lovers are connected. And lovers don't always need to speak with syllables, vowels and consonants that they give air to. Because love is an energy of a consciousness, and consciousness of an energy that doesn't need to wiggle about or spin in your neutrons, electrons, or protons. This is meonics I'm talking about, a name I apply to a coherent landscape, coherent energy, a landscape of love, not fabricated by law. And you can pierce the veil anytime you want to, not. You grow your way into it. And if you want to know love-based leadership, you don't just listen to a 3-point sermon. You don't just read a little book and acquire the knowledge and think you've mastered it. You're growing into your leadership of your own word. Not to master it, not to control others with it, but to see the beauty and empower love to flourish in every other person equally. Equal to you, equal with you. One power, one love, one majesty. And when you begin to see this, you begin to see the people that are so tormented, that are so devastated, distraught, drought-stricken, in famine, war. Are you? There's but one consciousness. But you can use it to create separation if you want to. But there's a high price. The consciousness of love has ever lived and always will. Love-based. There's no hierarchy in love. The first shall be last and the last shall be first. How can that be? Because there's only one. If there's only one, it's the first and the last both and. You are the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end. You are the Creator. Create your consciousness anew, O lover of light, and love each other. My name is Theodore, in love with you all, who will love, and be the lovers who connect, to create, collaborate, create a school, enjoy a love that never runs dry, never becomes fallow, doesn't inflict pain, is not subject to patriarchy. I love you. I go. Have a good Sunday, a good day, a good love. Create the creator that's you. Create the creator that you thought was someone else. Create the consciousness. No longer of the Christ being someone else or immersed in Christianology, Christology. Be the original you. The original you, the lover of you, with one consciousness that you see across continents. That goes through and facilitates the free movement of love throughout every country. No longer even limited by time, space, or gravity. Be the original one. Care and create. Write, love, and speak. Link, map these words, the syntax. Begin a process of uprooting and tearing down that which keeps you in seclusion, that which keeps you in a rocking chair in a nursing home, keeping you studying a book year after year after year after year after year after year, no matter how much you've memorized. There's more for you, and I believe in you. And my name is Theodore Cottingham, a common man, an ordinary guy in Eureka Springs. I love you. I'm creating a school, and I invite you to join me in the creation of the school. You creating the school you're going through. Creating the courses from my words. Beginning to facilitate your words, and you creating courses therefrom. Creating a synergy of paradise, not somewhere else, but in you first. The paradise you thought was heaven, you thought was afar away, is in you. Uncover it. Take the clothes off of unworthiness. Undress all the inadequacy. Lay down all the tools of striving. You're more than enough. You're more than worthy. You're beautiful. You're gorgeous. I know who you are. In the tenderness of intimacy, of what we often call your heart. Not your blood pumping muscle, but the true origination story comes forth now for us all to be. One love, one consciousness, creating healing everywhere we look, every day. creating a new beginning, a new heaven and a new earth. A new consciousness begins with you. I love you. Thank you for letting me share these words, share this message, share this time. I love you. Let love flow. Regard no one as inferior to you or superior either. Be the one you really are. Enjoy yourself. Enjoy creating you anew in the path that leads to destruction no more, but to life eternal, everlasting in the infinite design of the intelligent, the perfect one, be it you. Thank you. TheodoreCottingham.com. School of Original Love. Love-based leadership. Love, loving, love. I go. I love you. Thank you. There's a contact page on my website. And my email is Theodore Eureka at Gmail for the moment. Who knows where I'll be tomorrow? The next day? Where will you be? In love with love. Letting love light your path, not the words of someone else. Be in love with love forevermore. Thanks. See you later. Good day. And maybe one day, we'll go get a mocha. See ya. I'm in Eureka Springs for now. Good day.